America was built on the promise that every family should have equitable access to the opportunity for success. Yet today's uneven economy is putting a good quality of life out of reach for too many of our neighbors. Embodying our nation's spirit of hope, America's community action agencies are a robust state and local force, reaching children and families in 99% of our nation's counties with life-changing services, from early childhood education to job training to services for seniors. And when national, state, and local leaders tap into these agencies' experience, they can promote workable solutions that connect more families to opportunity and make America a better place to live for everyone.
In today's economy, we know that most families struggle. Paychecks don't stretch as far as they used to. We know that housing costs have increased, transportation costs have increased, heating or cooling our homes. The costs of that have grown dramatically. Community action agencies across this country work with individual families to assess what their needs might be and then try to find the programs and services and opportunities to help them decide for themselves what's best for their household. Community action has a long history, decades of service to this country, truly on the front lines, working directly with families, directly with communities, working in partnership with faith-based institutions, other community-based organizations, because no one's going to fight poverty alone. No one's going to solve any of America's crises by themselves. We have to work together, because if we're going to help communities thrive, you have to have that kind of hub that understands individual family challenges and community-level impact. And for me, that's what community action agencies do in local communities. Community action agencies are on the front lines of making sure those federal resources get spent in ways that matter to each local community.
Established in 1964, the Community Action Network reaches deep into communities across the United States and connects individuals and families to approaches that help them succeed, including high-quality education programs for children, job training for adults, and stable and affordable housing for families. With over 1,000 organizations working with national, state, and local leaders to connect more people to opportunity, Community Action works to address the causes and conditions of poverty and touches the lives of millions of families every year.
The Community Action Network is federally designated to address poverty at the local level. We work to alleviate and ameliorate the economic hardships and suffering of families and individuals within our communities. Community Action was founded on the principle that we have to declare the unconditional war on poverty in a land that has plenty. So we work every day to eliminate the paradox of poverty in this very wealthy country.
Poverty is systemic, but there are systemic solutions. When national, state, and local leaders tap into these agencies' experiences, they can promote workable solutions that connect more families to opportunity. Recognizing that structural race, gender, and other inequities remain barriers that must be addressed, the Community Action Network affirms its promise to make America a better place to live for everyone.
So the magic of community action is that we are really able to work at the local level to meet immediate needs of our individuals and families. We work with the entire community. We work with local government. We work with business partners. And we work with our families to say, hey, what are the biggest needs here? To develop that plan to say, this is our roadmap. And then once we have our plan, we bring our families back in and say, hey, this is what we believe we heard from you. And this is what we want to use to create this roadmap to help you to move into your next level. Many families come to us really in crisis situations, so we try to deal with that crisis and deal with that immediate need, but then we say, where do you want to go from here? So we work to create individual plans and family plans to help remove all of those barriers so their family can thrive.
A few years ago, my son and I were living with a family member. The environment we were living in was pretty unstable. I was talking to my counselor about my situation, and she gave me information on the Lincoln Grant Scholar House. I had absolutely no idea what it was. I didn't even know scholar houses exist at the time, but I went to orientation. At orientation, they said I would be in a community surrounded by other single parents who were continuing their education. We would have monthly meetings with a family service coordinator and also an academic advisor, just to make sure everything was falling into place for us to just be able to succeed. And I immediately realized that that it was the perfect place for us to be. I put all of my information in, submitted all of my documents, and we eventually got an apartment and moved in Christmas Eve. So it was awesome. Northern Kentucky Community Action Commission has made a huge difference in my life and my family's life by providing us stability. The Lincoln Grant Scholar House, to me, is a blessing. Being one of the first families to move into the program and move into the building, it's something that I'll never take for granted. It's something that I'll never forget. Just being able to be a part of a community and part of a program that empowers us and gives us the support we need to change our families' lives is a huge thing. It really is. It's a blessing.
Something that's very important for us in community action is our work around equity, particularly addressing issues of racial equity. We have seen studies where a lot of communities, particularly communities of color, that have been left behind due to various structural issues that we have in our society.
Community action embodies the spirit of hope, that everyone deserves equal access to opportunity to help their family thrive, that they get to determine for themselves what success means to them, and that community action can truly do that every day in partnership with community, in partnership with families. It's just such a wonderful network who creates change and changes lives every day.
From children to seniors, every family deserves to live a life of dignity and respect. Learn more today about Community Action, America's poverty-fighting network. To find your local community action agency, go to communityactionpartnership.com or call 202-265-7546.